I always liked clowns as a child, and I always liked comedy. But I didn't want to be a clown. No. And I was reading about medieval history, and then the jester came along. Just all of a sudden, light bulb. Yes, this is me. This is what I want to do. I want to go and fool people. My name is Jonathon de Hadleigh, and I am a court jester, 600-year-old fool. Well, I was working on the top fly floor of His Majesty's Theatre in Perth as a flyman, and up there you have quite a bit of time between the jobs to do. So I sat and read a book. When I read the about the jester, that was it. It was a lights on moment. That's it. Yes, I want to be a jester. The reaction from people and kids, children, reaction from children, which is so innocent and honest, and just the parents and people around just enjoying themselves and laughing at the antics of the fool, because that's part of it. It's not just laughing with the fool. Sometimes you laugh at the fool.
That is Dick Whittington. Yes, it is. He was the Lord Mayor of London, and his claim to fame was that he made the world's largest privy. Over 67 seats, and not a division between them.
All the history of jesters in the past have shown that they've all worked until they basically died. And the reason for this is the birthright of fools. And the birthright of fools is the same as the birthright to monarchs. We're both born to be what we are. So you will never stop doing it because you love doing it. You may adapt it in order to keep doing it, but you'll always be doing it. It's not as busy as it once was. But then times have changed. The world moves on, and the businesses move on. There's not the festivals there used to be. My father actually was a comedian as well, and he was very funny and a great actor as well. And he had children, so he kept a job as an accountant and brought us all up, and didn't take the risks. He didn't really want me to be on the stage taking those risks because he saw them himself, which, actors don't earn much money, they're out of work a lot, and, a lot of problems. People have come and gone, and I have concentrated on the career, if you like, yeah. And I found I had the opportunity to travel and go and work in the UK and work in castles in the UK and in Germany. I worked in Germany and Austria. When you find you've got that sort of freedom, it's not that you don't want to give up the freedom. It's that I would have given it up if the right person had come along and wanted to stay. But a lot of people didn't want to stay. They may not have seen the jester as being the sort of career that they wanted their husband to have. So it is an alternative lifestyle, yes. And things happen to you that you didn't expect, or you make them happen. It's not that things happen because you're sitting back and waiting for the phone to ring, because the phone will never ring. But you're doing it because that is what you want to do. It is important, I think, though, for you to take the opportunities that you can and you want to take. And you do take a risk. But you take a risk every time you get in a car and drive down to the shops. You just have to get on with things. You've got to give it a try. And if it pays off, well, that's fine. If it doesn't pay off, well, you haven't lost anything. And so it's the same with the castles, applying at Warwick Castle. And I got in, and I spent 7 years at Warwick Castle. And then you're looking at the castle, and you're getting older and older in yourself, and you realise that you are only a minute piece of the history of this castle. You see it, I can see it in my mind's eye now. It stood for 1,000 years. But then one day I took over from another jester who was there before me. Tarot the jester was there before me. And he was there for quite a long time, got old and couldn't do it anymore. And I took over from him. And now I'm not there, but the castle's still there.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. For those wits that think they have thee do oft prove fools. And I that know that I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinapallis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. And this fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that craves a certain kind of wit. For he must observe those upon whom he jests, the quality of the persons and the time, and that is as full of labour as is the wise man's art. And if music be the food of love, play on, I say, give me excess of it.
I'm going to play a very funny show. Hip hip. Hooray!
Second verse.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, what an idiot.
Third verse. No, it's not going where you're thinking. Although I have tried.